Hey guys, quick video today. If you're looking for new motivation to revisit some of your favorite classic games, it might be time to check out Retro Achievements. Let's take a look. Now, if you're anything like me, you've accumulated or collected various systems over the years, each with their own different controllers, peripherals, connections, and power requirements. And then there's the games from multiple generations over many years. Add to that the constant stream of new games for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. It's really no surprise that we find reasons not to revisit our favorite titles of the past. If only there was something to win me over and get me to join Team Emulation, things would be so much easier. Now, I know, emulators have been around forever. Save states and scanline filters just hadn't been enough to win me over, though. I decided that my games were collecting more dust than playtime and started looking for motivation to bring me back in. I finally found it. Retro Achievements have been around for several years at this point, but it's been on my radar for quite a while, but I only recently decided to give it a shot. There's a pretty solid user base at this point with over 50,000 users, and there's about 10,000 games supported with achievements. And I love modern achievements. They keep me engaged, they bring me back to the games I've finished, and now Retro Achievements is breathing new life into my favorite classic games via their emulation integration. Alright, enough talking about it, let's actually jump in and play around with it a little bit. So you start out, create a username and a password just like you'd expect, and then once you've done that, you're going to jump over to the download section. Here's where you're going to download one or as many of the custom emulators that you would like to. Now the reason it's important to get your emulator here is because these are the reworked versions of the emulators you might be used to, like SNES 9X or Gens, that will recognize when you hit certain milestones or unlock certain achievements, and also integrate some of the other functionality that we'll get into in a little bit. When you first open one of the custom emulators, it'll automatically recognize you if you've set it to keep you logged in. You'll also see your current gamer score and a notification pop up for any messages you might have received. And here is also where you can go over to the Retro Achievements tab within the emulator and change certain settings, including leaderboards or time trial settings, things like that. The emulators recognize when you reach certain marks, then it awards you with the set number of points for that achievement and displays it briefly on the screen as you would expect. The achievements can be unlocked just as in modern games for simply reaching certain levels or collecting certain or a set number of items, or basically anything the community comes up with as a fun goal. And one last thing I'm going to touch on is I'm a big fan of the way they implement the time challenges. You'll see a challenge at the beginning of a level, and then it's just a matter of how fast you can get through it. For me, it's not very fast, but at the end of the level, you'll see the leaderboard, so it'll at least give you an idea of how much progress you need to make to be able to compete at the top. Now, this wasn't meant to be an all-encompassing review, more of a shout-out for a service that I've been having fun with that I thought others might enjoy as well. I truly hope that if you give it a shot, that it brings as much newfound joy to your classic games as it has to mine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go collect some more deaths, so be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and leave any comments you may have either here or at the link to my Twitter below. Have fun, everybody.